Welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak 2. I usually take up right where I left off, but I thought this entry screen was just really cool, so there it is. And let's go ahead and continue. Sure. Gives me a lot of information I don't bother to read. Oh, speaking of information, several hours later, having sorted out the situation with Ashen, the group returned to Old Town. After grabbing a late dinner at Montmartre, they finally settled down for some much-needed rest. Second Genesis. This wasn't how I expected to get it back. Yeah, it's definitely not a fake either. Does that mean this was all just another case of the Genesis going haywire then? I don't think it's that simple. You know, why don't you just destroy the things? I mean, they seem to be malevolent, to borrow Fairy's phrase. Do we have to keep them intact? Anyway, I don't think it's that simple. If I remember right, this unit had the ability to manipulate vital forces. Hard to imagine it could pull off the things we saw this time around. I concur. Considering the way Ms. Liu and the others had been corrupted. It had that crimson asswipe's handiwork written all over it. Yes, the Genesis was probably being used as a point of origin. As for that corrosive power the Crimson Grendel has, it must have been strengthened after the 8th Genesis was reassembled. And now it's able to wear away at past memories. Oh, it manipulated her memories. Well, obviously it did that. But the Red Grendel did that? Or the Red Fairy was able to manipulate the Genesis? So that it would do that? Okay. It's all very confusing. When that happens, the target's perception gets rewritten the way Ashen's was. So, basically, it can alter what people remember. At least that's what we're speculating. Sorry, but I'm drawing a blank on everything that happened. Right. Excuse me. Before I knew it, the only thought I had in my mind was revenge. My circumstances were similar. I acted as if ordered by my chieftain, and so harbored no qualms with my mission. Perhaps we were under the influence of a highly sophisticated technique, one capable of rewriting our perceptions. It was as if we were being shown a possibility that could have come to pass. Whatever the case, we can say for sure that an unidentified phenomenon is at work here. It could be a sign that our high-risk offenders are making a move again. Crimson Grendel and the Garden Master, you mean? At this point, we need to answer the door. Who could that be? Who could that be now? Oh, okay, yes, I'm sorry for even attempting that. You can go look up Men at Work and find that song for yourself. Sorry, but our office hours are long over.
Whoops. Hope you don't mind me barging in.
That voice. it's her. I kind of wondered why she wasn't here. The divine blade is silver. I have expected her to come. What for?
Short time no see, guys. I just stopped by to say thanks for today. Well, that. And to cut a little deal.
A deal? Here comes that sinking feeling again.
As Ikaruga's second in command, I can't just shrug off what happened. No matter how you slice it, my subordinates were used in a, let's say, unconventional manner. So, in exchange for you calling it even, I'm taking it upon myself to pitch in for a while. Think of it as an apology, mixed with a dash of gratitude.
Oh, brother. I should have seen this coming. Hey, look on the bright side. We couldn't ask for a better helper. Agreed. Her combat skills leave nothing to be desired, and her unclouded eye will surely serve us well. She'd be a valuable asset, considering what lies ahead. Just so we're clear here, this ain't going to be like the time you helped out in Langport. You're in for the long haul, and it's our way or the highway. Got it?
Sure, I think I can handle that much.
Yeah? In that case, welcome aboard, he says skeptically. Happy to have you with us again. He's just always happy. Now that our surprise guest is settled in, let's get back to the topic at hand. To recap, it's plain that the enemy's exploiting the Genesees for their own twisted gain. That's why we need to recover the rest of them as quickly as possible. By the end of the game. Yes, there's still 6 units unaccounted for. Going by progress today, this is going to take us a long while. In that case, we want to be prudent with our itinerary from here on out. Good call. We're going to be pressed for time no matter what. So let's try to get our agenda mapped out by the end of the night. Do we even have a lead to go off of? That's the question. Has the guild caught on to anything? In a manner of speaking, we've received word that the remnants of those anti-immigration terrorists, the True Grievance Brigade, are mobilizing. They were the ones who hid out in Aramis. Whoa, that's some pretty alarming news. Yeah, might be off to poke around about it. That said, I've got another possible lead. A letter came in while we were out. Really? Who from? My master, if you can believe it. A letter from Burgard. Timing's uncanny. Makes me curious what the old fogey has to say. So, what'd he write? Let me read it out loud for you. This would be a great time for a voiceover, but no. To Van and the rest of Arkwright Solutions, I hope this message finds you well. It's come to my knowledge, albeit only in bits and pieces, that a number of peculiar incidents have recently transpired in the Republic. Unfortunately, due to extenuating circumstances, I will be unable to visit in person. Nevertheless, I am compelled to put my concerns to paper. It would seem these convoluted events are occurring in quick succession. But while the situation may appear chaotic, there is undoubtedly an overarching narrative at play. Well, it is a story, yes, so. However, it cannot be found by scrutinizing each individual element. Instead, you must step back and adopt a broader perspective. In chess, one must watch not the pieces, but the board. So too, should you make another effort to see the bigger picture. If I notice anything myself, I will have my disciples inform you. Know that I have every confidence in your ability to overcome this. Next we meet, Beauregard Seaman. Damn, Gramps. His advice is so spot on, you'd think he was spying on us. It's impressive, to say the least. And he makes a fair point about seeing the bigger picture. Things have definitely been in a jumble since Nimeth Island. We've left a lot unsolved. Taking the time to reassess it all might lead us to an epiphany. Not just in regards to our enemy's motives, but with what happened to Ashen today, too. I think it'd be well worth the effort. So what's our plan for tomorrow, then? Our options are to either investigate the remnants of the True Grievance Brigade, or follow Mr. Zeeman's suggestion and review the mysteries that have risen thus far. Let's see. Oh, we're following his advice. I say we go with Master Beauregard's advice. Sounds like a plan. Great. Let's pack it in for tonight. Got a busy day in store. I'm sure his advice is going to somehow lead us going to the Grievance Brigade. What a thing to call yourself. We have grievances and we're white. Therefore, we must be heard. All right. Time to get this workday started. Like we decided last night, we're going to be looking into all the mysteries we've left unsolved. The incident at Nimeth Island, yesterday's run-in with Ashen. We need to start making some sense of things. First on the list are the fake Grendel, the phony fairy, and the dude lording himself up as the garden master. They won't show their hands so easily, but chances are they're slinking around behind the scenes. Indeed. We also know the Society's Oathbreaker is cooperating with them. Apart from that, perhaps we can look into the twin assassins from the gardens as well. Those kids, huh? Whatever their history, they're bound to come into the picture again. Then there's Swin and Nadia. I wonder if they're okay. We couldn't pick up either of their tracks yesterday. Yeah, and the only lead we had turned out to be a ruse. It makes 6 days since Swin left. Another thing that worries me is the way those two have drifted apart. Honestly, that might be healthy. Well done in Swin's case. He was the most logical and level-headed of the two of them, and he's taken a dive off the deep end with Ace. Jeez. Yes. Our next conundrums, the mail we received from C, and the situation with the Garten. Quite right. The latter also played a part in Ms. Liu's rewrite, although the particulars escape us. Maribel informed me that they would investigate the matter after I inquired about it last night. Jeez, that's more mysteries than I thought. We've got enough here to fill a few books. Is it always like this? I'd call it par for the course at Arkwright Solutions. Well, we can't just ignore these things. Yeah, at the least, we gotta take a few shots in the dark. For now, let's give the town a once-over. We can check whatever sticks out and handle any horse brigands on the way. Right. On with our daily operations, then. Hermes. Hey there, Arkwright. Hermes here. Long time no see. Finally got my moonlighting out of the way, so the courier business is back up and running again. Give me a call if you ever need anything, and I'll make the drop in no time flat. Hi, courier. Select order delivery from your office desk. The order delivery option is now available, but you gotta be in the office to use it. You said Mirabelle was looking into the Marching Garden, right? Any luck on that end? Knowing her, she'll have already come across something of note. Shall we contact her? Hey, Rosette. And hey to you too, Arkwright Solutions. What's up? Besides that walking blade hazard you added to your crew, I mean? We wanted to check in on the garden. First off, how much do you already know about what's happening? Wow, way to put the girl in a hot seat. I guess there's no point in keeping it on the down low, though. I know I said we lost control of the place after it got hijacked. That doesn't mean Marduk hasn't been monitoring the sitch around the clock. And actually, after analyzing the data from yesterday... Don't tell me. You noticed something screwy? Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants. Yesterday, there was a change in the pattern, and we observed an abnormality in the system operations. As for how or why it happened, it's like, who knows, you know? The only thing we could suss out was that it had accessed geographical data from the Longlie area. It's actually pretty interesting. So we were right. The garden systems were involved. Oh, I see. It recreated in a realistic manner Longlie and somehow got her into the garden so she could see Sal being killed? Really? That's all the deets I can share. Sounds like it was enough for you to figure something out, though, huh? A few somethings, thanks to you. Cool beans. Looking forward to you getting us back in the driver's seat, Van. Yeah, well, I wouldn't get your hopes up just yet. Got a feeling settling this whole thing is going to be a hell of a time for us. Don't know what you mean, but let's just call it a you problem. Later, Rosette. See you again soon. Indeed. Take care, Mirabelle. Well, that confirms what I've been suspecting for a while. The Garden Master really is the one hijacking the garden. I can still remember my shock when the space around us morphed into the Longlie Batu. It may well be that the Grindel's power utilized the garden system as a foundation. In doing so, reality itself was corroded. I never knew that was possible. It's likely that the power of the Genesis was somehow employed as well. If you follow that train of thought, the Garden Master didn't steal the Genesis just to rewrite people's perceptions, but for something much bigger. Well, we'll just have to put it on the back burner for now. The takeaway here is that this probably won't be the last time reality gets corroded. Keep that in mind while we're out and about. But don't we have the Genesis in our possession that would do the corroding? I guess not. Okay. Order delivery. Guess I'll order a little something from Hermes.
It's Mel.
Hey there, Arkwright. Appreciate the business. You have weapons? Yes, but they're old weapons. Okay. Do you have any of these that we don't have? Yes, we have a couple that we don't have. We are very broke, though. Do you do exchange at all? Oh, good. Okay.
Well then, guess it's time to make the delivery. If you need anything else, just say the word.
I didn't actually buy anything. But thanks, I guess. Well, if it isn't our delinquent tenant. Your gang gets bigger every time I see you. Yeah, well, it's not like I asked for it. I apologize for any commotion. And I'm sorry I didn't stop you for breakfast. Let's get a load of that aroma. Puts me in a good mood, and maybe I'll treat ya. By the by, didn't y'all get invited to the Z1 Grand Prix? Yeah, well, that comic clown sent us 3 tickets. Oh, he's trying to include Grandpa. It's gotta be rough. And Yumi here said she just had to see it. That's right, we'll be closing up shop as soon as the morning crowd is gone. So if you'd like to order something, now's the time. Duly noted. I'd have nabbed a seat in the stands, too, if things weren't the way they are. But hey, don't let that stop you folks from enjoying yourselves. Oh, we plan on it. Believe you me. Wouldn't be worth the lost business otherwise. You take care out there, everyone. See you later. Yumi hasn't been possessed once this game.
Monmar is so relaxing.
We'll be closing up shop soon so we can head to the race. Are you all on a job right now? It's a few more of you than usual today. Well, if anyone's hungry, we're still taking orders for the moment. Let me know if there's something you'd like. I'm really looking forward to the finals today, but do you think Maxim will be okay? What if he gets a tummy ache because he's so nervous? I'm sure he'll be fine. It's not like it's his first time on the circuits. True. It's the first time he'll have Paulette and Yume watching him in the finals. Yeah, it'd be pretty funny if he beefed it, don't you think? Whoop. Actually, I meant to do
what
this.
would you like?
Yeah, have something, and
Do your best
immediately...
out there, okay?
Or get rid of my Sepith and immediately have to buy something. Oh well.
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. Edith is
You had another run-in with the police?
today. That being
You good for nothing. I'll have problems enough to fix around here.
tomorrow, we should experience a rise in
That's why I'm apologizing now. We still have some time before everything hits the fan.
next weekend.
Don't call me a good for nothing. Says the woman who's been a con artist for the last 50 years. Tell you whatever I want, good for nothing. Got a problem with it, then maybe you should try being a law-abiding citizen for once. Ugh. What does this old biddy think she's so much better than me? You sound so angry. Pretty sure I've seen that old lady in the Blacklight District before. That's not surprising. She was caught acting as the ringleader for a group of scanners recently. Oh, it's her! It's...
Here we are with the latest in traffic.
I didn't immediately recognize the name, but that's the one who was in the Crossbell games,
Broadway Information Center.
who habitually runs scams.
Call due to overcrowding caused by the Z1
She seems awfully familiar with Jin. I wonder what their relation is. I bet you they're sisters.
Transportation authorities. To those out
It really looks like that scolding's getting to her.
For now. Now let's get back to the music.
Right after I'd gotten out of jail, too. What a pain in the rear. Why does she have to make my life so difficult all the time? You just got out of jail. I don't think she's the one making your life difficult. What is it? If you want to buy something, make it quick. Can't you see I'm trying to knock some sense into this hoodlum?
Quit dawdling and buy something.
You don't have anything new,
Stop by again,
I guess.
Thank you all for stopping by.
You're welcome. Oh. Talk to the dad. Hey, welcome. How may we be of service today? Haha, I'm still getting back in the groove of things. Been a while since I've watched the shop, after all. But it's nice to see how much Chris has grown in my absence. I hope Rebecca and Cassara have some fun today. Oh no, Cassara dragged
What would you
Rebecca
like?
out. I don't know, what do you got? And can't I afford it, because I probably can't. Can I? Ooh, I can! You have any left unopened? No, all of yours are open. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if I can open a second one of hers. I bet you I can't. I can! Wow. And you have this one right here. Ah, shoot. Nope. Not quite enough. Does anyone have... Oh! Can I open the one on the first? Nope, still no. Darn it. Okay, well, I got 2 of yours open, so... Did the exchange thing. Set quartz.
Switching to maintenance mode.
She has arc feather. Let's see what else I can get her. Extra defense. That gives her Mindbreaker, I think. No, she already has Mindbreaker. Oh, I see. Flare boost. Break actually seems pretty good.
Skills updated.
She doesn't need to have hate drawn to her. Speed would be nice. Okay, let's give her speed.
Skills updated.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Why do we have that could speed up her casting time? Nothing at the moment. Okay, we'll leave that blank for right now. Fortune. Enemies drop more items. Flare, Chrono, Cosmic, Aqua. Flare, Gale. That gives her a Gale boost. Okay, we'll go ahead and give that to her.
Shard skills updated.
Come again.
This
What'd
is
you like?
something new, though. What do you have new?
Come again.
It's a mystery. There's been some, Sepith or something.
Allow me to
Items
assist.
trade. I'm low on, new material. Don't need to sell anything. Don't have any Sepith left.
Hope to see you again.
It's going to still say, no, okay, good. Got rid of that red, so looked at everything I needed to look at. Okay, let's go do the bath thing,
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
where Van will be happy. Hawk. Hey, Tuck. Think maybe you could do me a favor? So, there's this little girl at Old Town. Sharp as ever. You got it in one. Yeah, go ahead and bring the pamphlets. Well, I'm not so sure how she'll take it, to be honest. About to do something about our artist friend? Send her to art school? Puck, incidentally, is extremely wealthy, which comes as a surprise to people. Welcome! It's kind of chilly out today, don't you think? Take your time and warm yourselves up. We never see her. It's always Anya. Oh, and by the way, Anya's not here right now. She went out with a friend of hers. I think her name was Cassara. They seem to get along pretty well. I'm sure they'll have plenty of fun.
Heading in?
Yes, we are. And spending money.
I hate getting sweaty, but I could get used to this.
Aren't you a martial artist? You can't hate getting sweaty too much. Someone's really getting into it.
It's nice to take a load off for a change.
And into the dunk bowl. I'm sure that's not what it's technically called.
I feel better than ever after that.
You look nice and refreshed.
Sure felt good. I've never been to a northern-style bathhouse before.
It's a genuine Remetherian one. In case you were wondering, the Loyally uses heat from very specific sauna stones that can...
And there he goes.
That and chocolate. Or sweets, not specifically chocolate.
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
Oh, I'll talk to these guys in a bit. Uh-oh. Curtis, could it be? That's a letter from RMS Academy. Did they finally come to a decision? Wait a second, I'll check. On behalf of RMS Academy's Admissions Bureau, it is our pleasure to welcome you among our student body. Yes! I did it! Mom, Dad, I really did it! Congratulations, Curtis. All your hard work has finally paid off. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Well done, Curtis. These guys nearly got divorced over his studying last time. I suppose this is a result of that stalwart resilience of yours, my boy. You should be proud. Oh, I don't think I've seen you two so emotional before. But thank you. I'm so relieved. Well, looks like you finally made it in. Wow. You must have worked pretty hard to get in, huh? But doesn't that mean he'll be my junior come April? That'll be right before the start of the festival, too. I'm sure he'll manage to enjoy himself. He's going to start school in April? At the end of the year festival? It's kind of a strange time to start. There must be a story reason for it. Oh dear. You sure you want to go there, kid? The church. Chapel. We welcomed a new neighbor to Old Town recently. She's still quite young, but her art is magnificent. Had a really boring wall there she could probably dress up. I've been meaning to introduce myself, but we always seem to miss one another. I wonder if she's avoiding me. Maybe I offended her somehow? Well, I won't give up. She can't hide from me forever. She still has to come to Sunday school, doesn't she? Does she? She might have a different opinion about that.
Of the sky is always watching over us.
Know that, and be judged. That's from the original Baldur's Gate, Shadows of Arm, Tales of the Sword Coast. Oh dear. Why do you look like that, Vicar? What's going on? Is that so? Well, I'm glad to hear Bishop Orwell is in good health. Yes, I agree. You know, he really does think the world of you. I'm sure he'd be more than pleased for you to join us at the cathedral. While I certainly appreciate the invite, I'll unfortunately have to decline. I have a duty to the people of Old Town, after all. Ah, yes. You're as stubborn as always, my friend. Father Watson is currently acting as Bishop Orwell's advisor over at the Edith Grand Cathedral. We've been friends since our training days. I'm just glad he takes the time to see me every now and then. Our positions are quite different nowadays, but I'm sure our connection will remain strong as ever.
Well...
He never changes, does he? I feel relieved just talking to him. He just turned you down, dude. I guess being good friends must mean you can take no for an answer. I just realized there's no... Doesn't look like we have anything here. We don't. There's no First Spriggan request at the board here in Old Town. That's pretty unusual since it's his... Oh yeah, if we wanted to go to the garden, we could use that. I'm okay. No, I just don't do that that often. Huh, kind of looked like there was one here. Oh, there was. In an odd place. Probably been there since the beginning of the game. Anyway. Oh, Eddie, you're minding the shop today.
What's it gonna be? Later.
Doesn't look like you have anything new, but what's up with your mom? So, you're manning the store today, huh? That's unusual. What, you think I'm doing this because I want to? See, my stall's been really taking off lately. That's why I figured I should take some time off to give the old lady a hand with her shop. So I come by to give her the news, and she runs off to who knows where. Your mom needed a break, okay? I could have been raking in the cash today. She mentioned something about meeting up with a friend of hers while she was halfway out the door. Like she couldn't find some other time to do it. You know, you may talk a big game, but the fact that you haven't left yet tells a different story. You're such a good son. I already told you it's not like that. Can't you see I'm being taken advantage of? Rat.
Let's get out there and kick it.
Relatively little new going on here, isn't there? I really got a bad feeling about today. For someone like me, someone who's mastered the shadow martial arts, I feel such a chill down her spine. Actually, I think the chill you're feeling is because it's kind of cold outside. You might just be right about that. Please remember to take proper precautions in cold weather. Is this supposed to be snow? None of us are dressed for it. Oh, thank you. I'll be sure to. You know, now that I think about it, maybe I didn't actually master the shadow martial arts after all. Yeah, maybe keep the bragging to the realm of possibility, alright? You've got a lot of sprightly old people around here, huh? Yeah, I originally thought that the person being torn into over here was her. I didn't realize it was our con artist from the Crossbell games and earlier this game. That looks like it. Okay, let's just go down the line. Why can't I go to the Tyrell district? Interesting.
Let's be on our way.
And let's arrive. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be snow. I didn't really think about it. I guess I thought it was flower petals or something. Boy, did I have the time of year wrong. Okay, nothing in the board. We haven't been here at all this time around. They're only open at night. You haven't been doing your nightly rounds. Jack Hughes, I blame you for not being in the nightclub this game.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello yourself. Oh, the sisters are here. Ramadi first, please? No? There we go. Oh, everybody, okay. Oh, hey, everyone! What are you up to? Looks like you two have made fast friends with Ramadi. Yes, we did. He actually managed to help us a lot during last year's film festival. We didn't have much of a chance to talk then, so he invited us to chat. That's right, we're actually just on our way back from visiting the nearby temple. But we figured it would be nice to stop in while we're still in the area. Well, it's certainly been a pleasure to see you both again. Oh, that reminds me. I saw the Saga of Ravana and the Adventures of Rockford. Your film portfolio is coming along rather swimmingly, isn't it? Yeah, you guys basically made it to the big leagues. We sure have, and we worked really hard to do it, too. I kind of had to force the crew to do a lot of retakes, though. Makes me feel a little bad for the other actors. Me too. Honestly, they all seem so much more skilled than we were. I really had to reckon with the fact we're still beginners in the entertainment field. Ah, don't worry. No one starts out as an expert after all. Besides, you guys still have a sizable amount of experience under your belt. You made it this far for a reason. And don't forget, we still have to perform together sometimes. Keep your chin up. Aw, thank you, Judith. I'll make sure that we work till we drop. Let's not do it that bad. Oh, to be young again. Well, glad to see you two are doing so well. Those two are so passionate all the time. It really makes me want to root for them. Oh, and I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I'm assuming the information I gave you was what put you in danger, right? I should have known it wasn't real. I've let something like that happen to you all. I'm a failure of an information broker, aren't I? Ramadi. There was no getting around it, really. We were just more prepared than we were. Plus, we managed to get her back in the end, didn't we? Sounds like a win in my book. Yeah, it's just as much our fault that we didn't catch out soon enough. Seriously, don't worry, Ramadi. Thank you. I'll make sure I learn from this failure. I won't let them tarnish my reputation again. But to think they'd even be able to take advantage of Hayway and Ikaruga. They're certainly a force to be reckoned with. I suppose I should stay on guard from now on. Let us know as soon as you find out anything. Of course. Make sure you all stay safe out there. You okay there, Van? Kind of swaying. Got into Bernardi's secret stash, did you? We'll be touring the capital all afternoon, and in the evening we'll have our performance. Honestly, I think I'd enjoy myself more if the snow stopped. The report said it should be easing up a little soon. It's just a little colder than I thought it would be. You guys are from the desert. There really weren't that many places to sightsee near our hotel. I thought we'd be practically everywhere in the capital already, but there's still so much we're missing out on. If you've got any recommendations, let us know. Actually, why don't you come along with us? Yeah, I'll let you know when we have some free time. Okay, let's see what we've got down here. No one has anything new, except for what they're saying.
My stall has the best dishes
Hey.
around.
I told Primo I'd sell her tacos for 1 day only. Didn't expect it for it to get so cold out, though. If it wasn't for that, I'm sure I would have won our bet. Still, this ultra spicy taco of hers is selling like hotcakes. Guess I should add it to the menu for good, huh? Maybe she really does know what she's doing. Possibility exists. Aha! Looks like my predictions were correct. The people really were craving spice. And it was our soupy, spicy Mapo taco that won their hearts. But Gordon's luxury taco idea might be a winner too. If you expand too much, you'll be a restaurant and not a food truck. Alright, I'll start looking into making those as soon as I can.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Rather sparsely populated today. Guess all our regulars are inside because of the snow. Umbrellas work in snow? I'm from an area that doesn't have snow, so I don't know. You know how there's a marathon in the capital every May? I just turned in my application for it. I'm not exactly a pro at running or anything, but as long as I'm with Selma, I'm sure it'll all work out. Although I guess that's nothing more than a hunch, really. I already signed up for the marathon with Lodi. There's no going back now. I have to keep pushing forward. But why does my heart feel like it's going to beat right out of my chest? Okay, a couple people over here. Oops. Oh, that actually startled me. What you doing, Rooney? Errol was born and raised in Calvert, so she's definitely seen snow before. But every time it's in the forecast, she still gets all excited. Of course, I do. Snow is so much fun. It doesn't matter if you've seen it before or not. Don't you love it too, Rooney? I guess so. Don't play in the street, kid. Yay, it's snowing! Let's have a snowball fight! It's not enough. Exactly. And don't jump into the street like that. Exactly. Rooney and I are on the same wavelength. I know. Sheesh, you're such a soil sport sometimes.
Praise be to Arusha.
Ashkar. Father Mansour, Mother Kyra, Lashkar, please. There's nothing to feel sorry for. I agree. We should have noticed you were in distress. So, you can relax now, all right? Everything will be okay. Lashkar. Sounds like he wanted to let the temple know what happened. Yeah. I heard the whole story. Surprised nobody needed my input, though. Okay, same thing. Including him being a bit annoyed that no one needed his input. You're becoming redundant in your own agency. Oh, I haven't been to the auto showroom. Just you today, huh? So, today's the race. Got something on your mind? I'm just a little worried about the snow is all. Maybe it won't be enough to stop the competition, but the tarmac gets wet. It'll get slippery too. And that's not even to mention if the temperature of the tires drop. Both the drivers and their pit crew have to be on their A game today. Sounds like things just might get interesting. I'm sure they'll be ready for it. And I heard the snow's supposed to let up by noon anyway. Yeah, here's hoping.
Let's get back to the music.
Okay. Very quick stop by Riverside. Let's go to Station Street.
Here goes.
I into the central station?
No sense going this way.
Okay.
I wonder if business
It's just
will
it
be
had it as one of the locations when you go to Station Street. I was like, wait, what?
better this year.
Elise. Just to confirm, you're saying you want to promote me? That's correct. You provided the company with plenty of results lately, and the board's even given you top scores in your performance review. So, how about it, Melise? Yes, of course I accept. Will you be able to travel? You should have asked that first. I'll make sure to give it my all. Yes, with more money in my pocket, I'll be able to travel as much as I want. I'll be traveling again soon. Not to Scotland this time, someplace in the U.S. So I'll be kind of quiet next week. I am so proud of you for working all by yourself today, Mina. I hope you weren't too sad without me. It's fine. I had fun. And as long as Mommy comes back in the end, everything will be A-okay. Really? You're much calmer about this than usual. Did something happen? It's a secret. What? But you tell Mommy everything. This is a first? Maybe she's just going through a phase? But I usually can't get her to stop talking. I really wanted Mommy to stay with me. All the lessons at Sunday school are too hard. I just don't get them. I don't want to go anymore. But maybe she met somebody at Sunday school that she likes. In a purely, first grade childish kind of way. I mean. Oh, what's going on? Officer Paul! Freeze! We have a warrant out for your arrest. If you've got anything to say for yourself, we'll hear you out at the station. Oh, is that white supremacist guy who we met in the last game giving a questionnaire out about relations between different racial groups when he was actually trying to find out who won at racial harmony so he could sabotage them. Hey, what are you doing? Let go of me. I was only trying to awaken the citizens of Calvert to the evils of... Whatever, pal. Maybe you should focus on not being a public nuisance for once. Anyway, you're coming with me. You go, Officer Paul. Rosie. There's no way I can trust the police or the guild with something this important. Now, if only I could get this brigand to take up my request. Sounds like she's got a job for you, Van. Guess it has been a while since I checked the bulletin boards. Let's go take a look. Bulletin board, over here. There's a first brigand on the bulletin board. The Mishi Misadventure? Are you aware Mishi's revamped design has been rather controversial among his fan base? Apparently some fans have even been plotting something nefarious to show how much they hate it. I personally do prefer the old one. Well, whatever their plans are, we can't let them get away with it. For Mishi's sake. Please let us stop and help us stop them. I'll be waiting on the rest area on Station Street. Oh my goodness. Is there more? Nope. He usually says there's more when there is more.
A story of blood-stained earth.
Hey, you the Rosie that issued a 4 SPG? We're from Arkwright Solutions. We saw your request. Oh, you're the ones everyone's been talking about. You got here much faster than I thought you would. That's good, because we're running out of time. Running out of time? That's so. Why don't you start by telling us what's going on then? He sits down. He's thinking, this is a Mishy fan. This is going to take forever. Your request made some mention of the Mishy show, I believe. Oh, that reminds me. Isn't there supposed to be some kind of difference between the new Mishy and the old one? Honestly, I can't really tell. Well, why don't I start there? Mishy was born in a theme park in Crossbell, Michelin Wonderland. Because Mishy saw a lot of success after the war, the Vallis Investment Bank decided to buy up a lot of their stock. That's how they became Michelin Wonderland's major investors. Vallis Investment Bank? They've been pushing the company to expand their market ever since, particularly into the Republic. That's why it led to the higher-ups deciding to put Mishy through a whole new redesign. His new features are supposed to appeal to people from the Republic, and the costume's apparently easier to move around in, too. I can see where it would be. It doesn't have all that extra padding. Seems to allow Mishy to show more expression as well. I'm disappointed they removed the cute little stripes on his body, though. Right? When everyone thinks of Mishy, they imagine a small, limp face with a plump body. It was peak character design. Alice just doesn't understand his charm. They completely got rid of the snuggly feeling he gave off. I see. You're very passionate about this. You seem pretty familiar with Mishy yourself, Elaine. She sure is. A hardcore Mishy fan since her student days. You don't need to advertise it to the world. Plus, you can't exactly call me hardcore. I'm actually quite behind on Mishy lore these days. Oh yeah, definitely something a casual fan would say. Think what you like. Anyway, I apologize for all my excitement. I'm actually no longer part of the old Mishy fan group. I've recently come to believe that both the new and the old Mishy have their positives. Well, I guess that's better than making a fuss over it. I agree. And for what it's worth, Mishy's old design is still rather prominent in Crossbell. Yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't mean much to the old Mishy's more radical fans. They're the reason I contacted you all, actually. You see, I heard a rumor. They intend on interfering with the Mishy show today at the Trian Mall. Well, that's definitely not something we can ignore. Could be dangerous. Yes. However, as for who exactly the person planning to interfere, well, I'm not sure who it is. That's why I'm asking for your help. After all, it'd be terrible if the show got interrupted. I mean, that sounds like a pretty reasonable request, but as I'm sure you're aware, this is a job for someone like a mall cop, not a Spriggan. Although I imagine they'd have a hard time acting on something that's little more than a rumor. Was there a particular reason you thought we would be your best choice? There is. Think about it. If a fan of Mishy's were to have a run-in with the authorities, his reputation would be sure to plummet. Also, I can't help but sympathize with the old Mishy fans. They just really love him is all. I was hoping you guys could help me end things peacefully. That way, no one gets hurt or has their reputation destroyed. So, in other words, you want us to stop the target from ruining the show, then cover up their tracks. Well, I can't say I don't understand how you feel. However, if these Mishy fans truly do intend on disrupting the peace, I think it'd be best if they were judged lawfully for their actions. If they don't face consequences, they'll only grow bolder. I guess you're right. Wait a sec. It's only one person trying to interfere, right? Yes. We may call the Radicals a group, but they're barely even that, honestly. Most of their bad apples work in isolation. And given that a majority of their members think disrupting the Mishy show is going a step too far, it's not hard to see why. It should be relatively simple to trace their movements then. Do you know what their plan involves? I'm sorry. Any details I know are pretty vague. You could always hire a Jaeger car to deal with them. And depending on how big it is, you could probably send in to wipe out the entire group. With a smaller car, though, I just have to settle for killing the guy in charge. Don't you think that's going a bit overboard? Well, actually, maybe it's best to be prepared. What if they plan to do something dangerous? Listen, no one's planning an armed strike on Mishi or his fans. Got it? If you say so. Anyway, we probably won't be able to learn anything concrete unless we start asking around the mall. Should we head over to see what we can find? Well, yes, we're taking this. Mishi would never forgive us otherwise. All right, I guess we're on the case. I mean, sure, it's a little strange, but it kind of feels right up our alley. Great, thank you so much. You should head over to the Trion Mall as soon as you can. The show should be starting in about an hour. I'm sure the culprit's just waiting for his chance to pounce. We'll do everything we can to find him. Actually, do you mind if I tag along? Honestly, I've got a feeling this crazy fan of ours already knows your face. You can come with us to the mall, but don't enter till we give you the all clear. Understand? Yes, sir. Okay, let's get moving. No one notices that Judith is with the group anymore. She's very famous. People should be noticing her. Guess we just pretend she's in disguise. We have to do this right this second? I still have people to talk to here. And I have new clothes to look at. Or new coffee. Let's see what we've got. We have new weapons. I have no funds right now. Is Carlo okay? He's been awfully worried about Ilhan lately. I wonder why.
What would you like?
That. I would like that.
Please stop by again sometime.
Confirming your schedule.
We don't have any get-togethers anymore. We just have gifts. Oh well.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, you're giving the Grand Chardonnay to Judith. Van, what are your intentions?
Don't mind if I do.
I figured you'd keep that one for yourself.
My, how thoughtful.
The parameters went up, that's good. Seems Ilham plans on moving forward on his new business venture, and he didn't even talk to me about it first. Honestly, I don't know where he is in the process. There's a lot to it I don't quite understand. But he's been pouring his all into it lately. I'm worried he'll want to start working on it full-time soon. As for Iota, I just can't imagine this place running without him. Dude, he's a barista at heart. He's not going to leave his coffee-making job.
Custom parts.
Just doing that too. Ooh. Ugh, this is going to make us even more broke. No plugins. I don't want to sell any Sepith. So I need them to make quartz.
Glad I was able to help you out.
And open up as few remaining slots. What the what? Oh, her husband showed up. I'm sorry, I don't quite understand the situation here. I thought I left my wife to one of my trusted contacts in Edith. Surely she's been experiencing the more sophisticated amenities that Edith has to offer. Must I remind you how easily my wife could be influenced? I do apologize, sir. However, it should be said that I did caution her to exercise restraint. As far as I'm concerned, I have more than fulfilled my duty as her caretaker. And yet, word from my wife is that you went gallivanting about to see those silly idol girls. She told him. There's no need to be so harsh on Markley, dear. It was a new and wonderful experience, after all. We even managed to finish all of our errands beforehand. Because people with butlers have lots of errands they run themselves. Well, that being so, it's pertinent that you keep your social standing in mind. So flexible as ever. If that's your concern, what do you say to taking a little tour of the capital together? I'm sure we can find a more proper way of spending our time. Yes, I think that's a wonderful idea. We'll go tomorrow, then. Wait just a minute, Olivia. This should be interesting. Perhaps I'd better be more stern with her. No, I think someone's about to have their eyes opened, and it's not her. Hey! That means come this April, I'll be attending the Basel Institute of Science. Nice job! I knew you could do it, Elijah. I never doubted you for a second. I couldn't have done it without you, Ilhan. You know, I still can't believe you were brave enough to talk to me when I was practically manic half the time. Well, I couldn't help but feel a certain kinship with someone studying so hard. Anyway, I look forward to working with you. Feel free to call on me whenever you need. Yeah, of course. Thanks. I'm so glad I got to tell Ilhan. But getting into the Institute is only the beginning. Now comes the real work. You know, Elijah actually used to come to my house to study occasionally. He's been interested in attending my alma mater for a while now. His area of study is also rather similar to my own, so we hit it off immediately. And now he's finally going to fulfill his dream. Rather heartwarming, don't you think?
What can I get for you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Hope it's to your satisfaction.
Please, at least consider my...
Oh, okay. What you got there, Key? It sounds like you're just about done with that paper. Well, I look forward to reading it. Knowing you, I'm sure all the main points have been covered rather extensively. And to hear you're even writing an essay for the upcoming competition as well. Your diligence never ceases to amaze. Oh, it's not a big deal or anything. It's actually been kind of fun writing about all my interests. Besides, you were the one to open my eyes to these fields in the first place. Girl, what are you doing with your hand? But anyway, they're holding that symposium tomorrow, right? And Professor Hamilton said to be in attendance. That's correct. It's apparently being sponsored by an NGO as well. They mean to open discussion on the environmental issues happening in the East. Actually, I also was asked to speak tomorrow. My segment will explain how urbanization has affected our natural surroundings. The consequences of industrialization has also come to Calvert, along with social media and T-phones. But I have a feeling more people will be far more interested in what Professor Hamilton has to say. You're probably right. Well, I certainly can't say I blame them. I'm rather looking forward to it myself. No one else to talk to on the top floor? Can we go up here? No, that board is conspicuously in the way, completely blocking the steps. Oh, actually, there's also a small barricade there. Where to next? Oh, we have a required thing happening over here. Let's go have a look. Oh, the Bracer Guild. Hey, look who's here. How's it going? We're just out doing some information gathering. And since nothing new's popped up, I guess the answer is that ain't going well. We were curious if there's been any updates since I dropped by this morning. You seem to be deep in conversation, though. Did something happen? The juicier the better. How is she a divine blade? She does not seem to have the mindset. Although I guess Cassius was kind of happy-go-lucky too, but he kind of relinquished the title. Well, relinquished the blade anyway. I guess you don't really relinquish the title. Well, I wouldn't call it the most helpful intel, but... Oh wait, since when was Ikaruga's second-in-command mixed in with you guys? I almost let that pass right by me. Oh, that's just a shinobi technique I'm trying out. It's supposed to make you ignore me completely. Kurigani did say it'd be useless, though, since I stand out just by being here. But hey, if I can give the immovable a jolt, it's not a total lost cause, right? So it hides you without actually hiding you? Cool. Straight up, you need a real hobby. We got our reasons for collaborating with her. No need to sweat the details. If we may get back on topic. Did you learn something new? Well, ever since the whole mess on Nemeth Island, the guild has been going after the Oathbreaker again. Not that we actually know where the guy is, but you could say he's been laying low for once. Laying low? That old coot? Kinda hard to believe. There are many eyes peeled for any potential backroom activity from him. Even if he were to evade capture, he would surely leave behind some sort of trace. Since we found nothing of the sort, it can only mean that he's inactive for the time being. And maybe that he has already accomplished his objective. Either that, or he was caught by the Society and had the tar beat out of him. The Society stopped there? I mean, it sounded like he was going to be removed from the Society. Maybe they were just retrieving him. Wishful thinking, as nice as it sounds. Anyway, that brings us to the alliance between the Oathbreaker and that so-called Garden Master. We suspect it was only a temporary thing. I do remember him saying something like that.
Our contract is complete. Your assistance was most appreciated, Oathbreaker. Now kindly leave the stage.
The floor is all yours. What you do from here is none of my concern. So go nuts. I'm curious whether your scheme will play out like you think it will. Should make for an interesting watch.
This definitely lends some weight to those words. Up until Nemeth Island, the two had been collaborating to some extent. So it's likely that the Oathbreaker and the Garden Master are both working towards different goals. Lang caught me up on what happened yesterday. This Garden Master guy's on the move now, yeah? I'm just glad we don't have to face both those dirtbags at the same time. That's the one silver lining here. It stands to reason he has further plans in the capital, judging from yesterday's events. That whole fiasco felt more like a trial run. You ask me, this is when things really start to ramp up. You sure know how to make it sound ominous. In any event, the guild will need to be more vigilant than ever. We'll do what we can, but only get us so far while those devices are out there. It's going to be on you guys to step up to the plate, Arkwright. Don't have to tell me twice. We'll foil the Grandmaster's plot and bring Swin and Nadia back, no matter what it takes. Anything else? I heard about what happened yesterday from Elaine. So, the Garden Master's decided to make his move, huh? I don't expect him to be dealt with easily, that's for sure. And if that device is involved... Damn, I've really got to do something about this.
You can always count on the bracer.
We've hardly heard from the CID lately. With Renee being so prominent early in the game, I thought we were going to have a lot more to do with him. I haven't been in the digital cafe yet. Wait, where am I going? Oh, it is this way. Oh, no. I have been in the digital cafe. I haven't been in the shopping center on the other side. I totally could have short traveled there.
Just a rumor, right?
Let's see. I need to buy.
New weapons? Are you kidding me? I am so broke. I'm gonna have to sell some things.
Look no further than
Emma! I've not seen you all game. This is not, Reen's Emma.
We invite everyone to come and see for
This
yourselves.
is the Emma who is a procurer of vegetables, I believe it was. Ah, I see. Well, the T-Phone's been under quite a lot of scrutiny in Orid lately. Still, I've heard a few rumors they've been thinking of exporting them anyway. I suppose it's no surprise, really. The times are always changing. Be careful, Deborah. Get any more nostalgic and you'll turn into an old lady. Oh, I've been an old lady for ages, dear. But anyway, how are things going on your end, Emma? We've been coming up with new ways to maximize our profit, of course. Our store might not be big on technology, but I'm sure there must be some way we can use the T-Phone to boost sales. Your business spirit's as fiery as ever. Well, I won't let you win this time. I think I should be able to visit the Republic more often now. Although Edith is as flashy as ever, Orid's changed as well. And as a merchant, I'll just have to go with the flow. And what do you have? I'm glad to hear that Orid and the Republic are on friendlier terms at the moment. Orid's my homeland, after all. But I suppose my feelings are a bit mixed. They're really only getting along because of Valis's investments.
Let me know if you need anything at all. Please, come
I
back.
don't think you have anything new.
Anytime.
You do not. Let's go talk to our friend over here. I heard you guys were able to put an end to the problems with Hayaway. Well, for now at least. Hayaway's always going to have problems. It's kind of hard-baked into what Hayaway is. Honestly, I was kind of surprised to hear what happened with the Lee family. Got a feeling things are about to get pretty interesting. But anyway, I'm glad there shouldn't be any more issues to deal with back home. Guess everyone can take it easy now, huh? If only. Yes, this looks confrontational. Margarita, Beth, you have not been talking to each other all game. Now what? Beth, please wait. I wanted to talk to you about something. Marguerite, what do you want? I'm sorry, I don't think I can do this right now. Beth, I know you've been having some difficulties lately, but I have a feeling I've given you the wrong impression about what marriage should really be like. That's why, if it's all right with you, I'd like to sit down and talk it over a bit more, so you don't end up chasing after something you'll regret. Marguerite, have you been worried about me this whole time? Oh, it's all my fault. Beth only thought my marriage was happy because of my husband's wealth, didn't she? I should talk to her. She needs to know there's more than just marriage waiting out there. I guess I never really understood what Margarita was saying, huh? But she still found it in her heart to forgive me. Oh, she's got new stuff. What do you have?
What would you like today? Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, good. It's not new weapons. What is it then?
On the roof of this building, you will find a rest area surrounded by greenery.
You better take good care of it. Still showing up as new.
If you need something custom made, I got you
Customize. Fishing flurry. Fleeting flurry. Oh. I don't have a fleeting flurry. Let me see.
I'll get more good stuff in stock soon.
Am I supposed to buy
What
a
would you
new
like
weapon
today?
for my temporary employee?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
I am.
If you need fresh vegetables and
Ah.
ingredients that are directly sourced from farmers, look no further than Holden Groceries.
And now we'll customize
We
it.
invite everyone to come and see for yourselves.
You better take good care of it.
No problem. And you have new stuff as well. I can't buy any of it right now. I see we're still getting snow despite it being March already. Suppose it was a good idea to restock our gloves and scarves. Please feel free to take a look. If you like something a little different, I can also put in an order for you.
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
Oh, good, I have enough money for it.
If you need fresh vegetables,
Nothing else, though.
Please stop by again!
directly sourced from
Oh, I have some menus. Recipes I have not been reading. There, they're red. And now we can make those things. If only we had enough mirror and a stove. Oh yeah, what I meant to
Confirming
do
your
was
schedule.
this.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Elaine.
further than Holden Groceries. We invite everyone to come and see for
Nothing new
yourselves.
there.
Wow, we're so high up.
Towsend! Taking in the snow? It's awfully overcast today. Suppose it rather matches my mood. Ah, it's you all again. It's a bit strange we keep running into each other, don't you think? I was just in the capital to find some work. Unfortunately, there's little out there that's appealing. You had a really high-paying job. You probably could retire, assuming you saved some money. Back when I was still CEO, I thought I had the hardest job of all. But in hindsight, I think the days when I was buried under paperwork were some of my happiest. Sounds like Tossin's only gotten more depressed since Nemeth Island. Well, let's be honest, it wasn't much of a vacation. And once the adrenaline wore off, I'm sure it was quite a crash. Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch. He's just some sad old guy now. Well, we don't have much reason to lend him a hand, but I guess I don't mind keeping an eye on him. I wonder what's going on with that guy. He's looking pretty down in the dumps. If only I had some samples to give him. Free food does wonder for the souls, after all. I can pretend to have
What would
samples.
you like?
Straight
Please
tea.
stop by again sometime.
That is actually one of my favorite things. It might be a bit sudden, but those are the plans for tomorrow's event. Do you have any questions? No, the work itself seems pretty straightforward. It's just, don't you think this is a bit bold of us? Honestly, I'm surprised they even gave their approval. I know you said borrowing one of their assets would give us an advantage, but the only reason they're allowing this is because they don't view us as a threat. But we can show them, can't we? That we're worthy competitors in the world of business. Rather than being bound by pride, why not use the opponent's power to our benefit? Goodness, what are you doing? I believe it should be enough for us to prove we're capable of using their assets to the fullest extent. Okay. Something interesting happening tomorrow? Oh, hello. Well, is that so? Sounds like you've been working pretty hard lately. Setting such lofty goals isn't something most can do at your age, you know. I'm impressed. I appreciate the compliment, but I don't really think I'm all that special, honestly. You see, I wasn't very understanding of my father in the past, but Eddie's helped me see things in a whole new light. I don't think I could have made it this far without him. Oh my, I've never heard such high praise for my son. Well, I hope you and Eddie remain friends far into the future. That's where she ran off to? Oh my gosh, Eddie's going to be so shocked. And just between you and me, I think you've had quite the influence on Eddie as well. She has. Oh, you think so? How old is she? I don't know. I had the feeling she was like 12 or so. Maybe she's a little older than that.
We invite everyone to come and see for yourselves.
I mean, just because she's so small, but, you know, Cho is small. Okay, I think I checked everything here. So, Sidon District.
Let's roll!
Just running around talking to everyone. I'm not necessarily doing quests. And, oh, and there's a hidden event I would have totally missed if I had not come here. Still checking out the cars. It's snowing. You can go inside the showroom if you like, probably. It's finally the day of the big Z1 race. That's all I could think about last night. I used to support Lugan and the Etwis crew, but this year I've been thinking of giving Ashlyn and the Ingrid crew my support. Traitor! Partly because I think he looks cool, but also because I've realized how great Ingrid is.
I wonder what's going on with that.
Okay, police station. Officer Young. Some members of a terrorist group were apprehended the other day. It's really got the force on high alert. But we'll continue to do our best to protect civilians. Keep calm and continue as normal. However, if you notice anything unusual, please feel free to contact us and not do the vigilante thing, you know?
I'm sure the police will be
Oh
able to
no.
help.
Let's see what's going on. Swanee, you been up on this guy yet? Heard you managed to get a conviction for that case. Good work, Nate. Yeah, I did. Had to go through hell for it, though. I still can't believe the culprit was a vendor all along. He even ended up placing a listening device under the victim's desk. Oh, and want to hear something crazy? One of the girls he stalked was actually an ex-girlfriend of mine. Oh, no. Hence his devotion to this case enough to get a conviction. You must be pretty glad you caught the guy, then. I mean, yeah, but she never even told me it happened. Don't you think that's something you should tell your cop boyfriend? Maybe I just don't pay enough attention to her. Think that's what made her break up with me? Sounds like you've been putting a lot of thought into this. Well, I'm just about finished wrapping up with some incidents that happened at Z1. If you want, we can talk over what's been bothering you. Maybe you can even try getting in contact with her. If you focus on it any longer, it'll probably start distracting you from work. You're right. Maybe she had a reason for not telling me. Like you're rather flaky when it comes to relationships? Most of the incidents that happened in Edith recently have been rather small in scale. However, the perp in that serial killer investigation is still at large. That means we have to remain vigilant. And that's why I'd like Nate to clean up any lingering affairs he could get caught up on. He needs to focus. Just as the investigation was ending, too. Now I've got even more stuff to worry about. Well, if even the inspector says I should, guess I'll contact her. Closure is a good thing. She's giving you an awful lot of chances, though. Maybe she likes you more than it seems like. Next month will be 1 whole year since I joined the police force. I've had my ups and downs, but I think I can finally say I've gotten used to working here. It caused a lot of trouble in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing. But nowadays, I've been getting more chances to help everyday citizens. It feels like I'm actually making a difference in the world. Today's E1 and tomorrow's the symposium. We've been having to allocate a few of our people to investigate the remnants of a terrorist organization. But doing that with so many upcoming events will be a little difficult. The heads up top are in for a hell of a time, I'm sure. You mean like your commanding officers? It was oddly phrased. Okay, I don't need to check that out because there's nothing new there. No one's on the overpass? Oh, Oslo! Hey! We've been receiving a lot more requests for consultations with our client companies regarding the end of reparations. They're apprehensive over a possible market decline. Some are even considering making changes to their management policies. That said, I don't think they'll have much to worry about. Even taking all the aid into account, the Republic has seen significant economic growth. We're not so weak as to crumble due to a lack of extra income. I've been counseling them to continue to expand their business without worry. Okay, let's go over here first.
I'm so in love with this brand.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
I can't target her? Person with the chat thing? Oh, there she is. Hi, Carol. Well, I'm glad your store seems to be doing so well. Oh, before I forget, I got you a little something while we were in Dijon. Why, thank you. Sounds like you've been pretty busy yourself, flying place to place. You said it was a fashion designer you've been working for, right? Yes, they can be a bit difficult to keep pace with at times, but they're such an interesting person. They're actually holding a fashion show soon, and I'll be helping to set it up. All my hard work will finally be worth it. Well, I'm sure that'll be fun. I hope you manage to enjoy yourself. Wait, who is this? Just try not to forget about us little folk here in the capital, all right? Remember to stop by you when you can. She's from Lost Game. She's the reason that, or one of the reasons that apartment is shut up in Old Town. Back when I used to work here, Maureen made sure to help me out as much as she could. It's been a while since I left, but I still like to drop in to say hello on occasion. And the three of you packed up and left, but we talked to your brother, who was in town visiting, and he did not seem to be in contact with you two at all. And are you in contact with a certain someone? Perhaps one day we'll be able to work together again. I mean, we're in the same industry after all. So it's not only that your brother didn't know where you were, he didn't seem to know where Jess was either. It's like the three of you just split off in different directions. Oh, and you have new stuff. Don't mind me, I'm just going to go behind the counter so I can target you.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Here, still enough money for these gifts. And not enough money for some other things.
I hope to see you again.
I'm so glad Carol came to visit. It seems to have made Mora pretty nostalgic, but it was really nice hearing how her life is going. What about Jess? It doesn't sound like she'll be coming back, though. That's too bad that I get to keep my job.
Alrighty.
Okay, alright. Oh no, there's not an event there. It's that stupid basketball mini game. Darn! I thought there was going to be something interesting happening. I'm be doing most of the mini games not in the stream, if only because they often frustrate me and I could say words I don't normally say.
However, consider this.
President Jennifer, how's your company doing? Oh, this is certainly a surprise. I wasn't expecting the deal with Aurasian Trust Bank to go so well. Well, the fact they were so unsettled over the discontinuation of reparations forced their hand. Regardless, now that our finances are no longer an issue, our expansion will be moving forward as planned. I'll wait here for the mobile business's representative. You can return without me. Actually, I wanted to speak with you on a few matters. I believe you should rethink your meeting with this mobile vendor. You see, I'm a bit concerned your plans may be too far removed from reality. It sounds like you've really learned to speak your mind. You're fired. I can't deny that you've changed for the better, but you're still just as reckless as before. We have a real fighting chance for once. Why don't we use it to make a few improvements before anything else? You're right. I'll start working on it now. Oh, Senator and the Editor-in-Chief. Oh dear. Forgive me if I'm remembering incorrectly, but you were formerly a member of the Crossbellion Diet, Senator Ryan. Oh my gosh! Someone else from the Crossbell Games makes an appearance. I believe you were part of their military attaché as well. Do I know you from then? I'm going to have to look that up. That's right. At first I was only stationed there as a servant of the Republic. But as it happens, I ended up starting a family in Crossbell. It began to feel like my second home. So I decided to become a councilman. The reality of my job was far different than what I had imagined, however. I never thought I'd want to hold office again upon returning to the Republic. Well, you've certainly gained a fair number of supporters here. You were even recommended for participation in the upcoming political debates. Would you say your past experiences have helped you carve a better path as senator? I believe so. The mistakes I made in my previous position holds as tales of caution for this one. At my current position as senator, I've been making it a point to keep my proposals not only realistic, but also beneficial to the Republic. I believe a lack of focus on reality is what led to my downfall in Crossbell. Is that so? Then it sounds like you've learned much indeed. Now, let us move on to our next question. Senator, a word? Interesting. Senator Ryan. I'm going to try to remember to look him up. Wait, do I have... No, there's no one up here. Oh, guard over there and the receptionist here. I've unfortunately had to neglect this location due to my duty of providing security for the young Miss. Rinsfold, I didn't realize it was you. However, I believe I can now return to my position as security overseer and receptionist. That said, I must commend both Cremona and Simmons for standing in for me. They've been absolutely outstanding. Thanks to them, my absence posed practically no issue at all. You sound skeptical. What do you know about the security here? Simmons. With the recent movements made by the anti-immigration terrorists, we're on high alert to assure our guests' safety. Especially with Professor Hamilton's arrival. She's here to attend the symposium. The professor is a quarter Central Eastern. However, even that's no guarantee she won't be targeted. As always, we will do everything in our power to protect our guests. Where'd she go? Goodness, she gets around. She was right here. Oh, there you are. Snuck up behind me. We've been receiving a number of VIP guests lately. At least the last time we had so many was during the Revolution Festival. And with tomorrow's political debate on the horizon, we've been noticing plenty of politicians as well. Not to mention, in addition to Prince Sharid of the Kingdom of Islam, Princess Zita, his sister, is also here. I'll be sure to provide them with service befitting their stations. It's supposed to be a classless society. Had a whole revolution about it and everything. Are there people to talk to over there as well as play basketball with? Wow. There are. Okay. So yeah, it's a little sudden, but I was asked to help out with the Artemis Academy Festival. Leave it to Sasha to get me to join. Sasha's that basketball girl, right? She beat you in a few games, hasn't she? Yeah, well, I was already telling them the school festival wasn't exactly my kind of hangout, but Sasha told me if she could beat me in a game, I'd have to join. And we tied. I mean, she went through all that trouble, really. Figured it wouldn't be right for me to refuse. Aramis, huh? What's wrong, Kurt? That's right, your family. What about my family? Not everything's about them, you know. Come on, it's not like it's anything to be ashamed of. Well, whatever. Just thought you'd like to know where I'll be from now on. Why don't you two stop by once we have it all set up? Are you one of the Blue Bloods? Gosh, so many people in this game, I cannot keep them all straight. Oh, no customers. So, this is the rumored soba stall, huh? I never really expected to find traditional Far Eastern food in Edith. Guess this city really does have everything. Yeah, setting aside some places in Langport, food like this is pretty rare in the Republic. It tastes real good, though. This stall's got loads of fans. Excuse me, young lady, but you wouldn't happen to be from the Far East, would you? I'm not so sure I'd be able to satisfy someone who knows more authentic flavors, but I'll do my best to make the most quality soba I can. Well, it looks amazing to me. There's no need to be so humble. Now that I think about it, fate must have brought me here. All right, I'll try some for myself.
Hey, welcome.
We already have the mushroom soba in. You think that would work? Let's see. Can I even find it? Cooking. Mushroom soba, mushroom soba. There it is.
Well, that was satisfying.
Good. Glad you liked it. Blacklight District. I'm doing these kind of in order, but do I really want to go there? Yes, I really want to go there. What am I saying? Okay.
Off we go.
I may not talk to everyone in the street, though.
Don't think I've seen you before.
First of all, is there anything new? Yes.
I'll check out the arena.
Talk to the major players. Apparently, something happened in the condemned sector yesterday. They found gang members with most of the bones in their bodies broken. It's incredibly suspicious, if you ask me. Just hope it doesn't start affecting my business. Yeah, the heck with those guys. I heard that whole Hayaway situation come to a close finally. But for whatever reason, there's been reports of them meeting in the condemned sector. Can't imagine why, though. Maybe whoever saw them was hallucinating. Oh, that's from yesterday. I thought something else had happened with Hayaway. Mr. Informant! Oh, it's the weapons shop. Hey, it's been a while. You're that girl. Have you been well? You two know each other? They met last time she was in the capital. He helped me fix the sheath on my blade. Actually held up pretty well so far. Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. Please take a look around. And would you care for some high-quality clove oil? That might be just what my blade needs. He's got a whole bunch of sword products lined up. Awfully convenient. This business must be doing well. Inventory has been moving as quickly as I'd like it to lately. How unfortunate. Oh, do people just not want to buy weapons anymore? I would assume it's because things have become more peaceful these days. Nah, that's not it. See, the Army made changes to their equipment policy, which resulted to them releasing some of their old weapons to the public. Then some Zect Arms products were placed on the market for more affordable prices. Because, you know, terrorist stuff. I just ended up buying too much stuff. My warehouse is full to bursting. Yeah, I should have figured. Sounds like it's been pretty lively around here. Oh, you have no idea.
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
I can't afford anything, but there's also nothing I really need.
Please stop by again!
What are you looking at?
Okay, since I get so lost here all the time, I'm just going to go to highlight sectors here. Hey there! Care to have some fun before you go? Just don't get too naughty, alright? Oh, that's what she said last time. We decided to open the betting parlor for today's final Z1 race. If you're interested, most people go for Etwas. After that, it's Ingert, then Lino. Plot twist. Lino is part of the Ouroboros and wins everything. But if you're not betting, get out of the way. Just trying to move things along before the scum get too noisy. Oh, you guys are still here. Hey, glad you came. Whoops! I hit that one too fast. Something about Ashen, probably. Yeah, I can't believe Ashen would try to do something like that. And Ikaruga had the same misunderstanding somehow? Something weird's going on for sure. Wait, why is the Divine Blade of Silver here? I'm a Spriggan now. No, she's not. She's just here to lend us a hand. And a skilled hand, that'd be. Anyway, I think it's pretty clear that something's happening behind the scenes here. I'm at a bit of a loss as to where to start gathering info, though. But I'm sure you all have a lead, right? I wouldn't call it a lead, exactly. You must be talking about what we learned about the Crimson Corrosion. Is that what we're officially calling it? That is a tongue twister for me. Sorry, but there's not much we can explain right now. We'll have to do a bit more digging. Do you think you could keep us informed of anything new in the meantime? Of course. Still, kinda sucks we can't figure out what's going on. I mean, we're information brokers, for goodness sake. I know the feeling, Haley. Something tells me this whole ordeal might be a bit more than we bargained for. Anyway, we'll let you know if there's anything unusual on our end. Just keep in touch, alright? We will. Thank you very much. People over this way. Oh god, is that huckster guy? Now that we have new talent, I need to start getting more customers in the door. These customers got a lot of hidden kinks. Maybe just right for Eden. Oh my gosh. Maybe I can set him up with Lizzie. Yeah, good idea. I'll even introduce them myself. Man in suit. Yes, what do you have to saying that the girl that's a little more inexperienced? Don't you think it could be nice to warm her up a little? Her voice will sound all the sweeter. How about it? It's not a bad idea. Oh my god, I'm gonna need a shower after that. Ugh! Okay, I knew better than to talk to him. I did it anyway. Let's go to the pub.
Want to rest here?
Hey, Yoda. Hey, guess what? Mommy said she's gonna let me go to school from now on. There must be loads of kids my age up top. I can't wait to meet them all. You're already going to school, I thought. Come on, Gabriella. Don't you think you're being a little too overprotective? Sure, an escort to the cathedral is fine, but you have to watch me while I work, too? Hey, you can never be too prepared for an attack, okay? Former Jaeger running this bar. You're so paranoid! Well, whatever. Why don't I watch the store while you go pick up Yoda? By the way, you need to start letting him walk to Sunday school by himself. I'll consider it. Is it really okay to leave you by yourself? Ever the stalwart warrior you are. Something I've been thinking about for a while now, but with all the shop stuff sorted, I've decided to start sending Yoda to Sunday school. I'll be staying with him during class, though. I mean, you see how cute he is, right? What if somebody tries to kidnap him? It could happen. This game is based on the premise of children being kidnapped, after all. Okay, there's the pub. Dynamite bar.
Come on over and say hello.
Oh, her. Who just wants to drink herself into oblivion. Why is it so chill today? Oh, well, I'll warm it up in no time as long as I hustle. And say, why don't we have a drink or two to really get the blood flowing? Bartender that drinks their inventory is a problem, dear. Okay. I need to try to get over there. Know something? Might be easier to do it from the entrance? Not 100% sure. Well, that'll take you into there, probably. Let's go to entrance. Let's go this way. Just make a turn, and it's a wall. Ah, here we go. Our bookseller's got something.
Books on sale.
Besides a crush on man. Spring is here. That means I'm a year older and a year closer to the expiration of the statute of limitations. The thought is so relieving. Girl, what did you do? I bet stalking was involved. I can't believe it's been 2 years since I stabbed my ex-boyfriend. I'm almost there. All I need to do is wait out the next 6 months and I'll be good to go. Oh, I hope the time passes quickly. Booksellers don't usually go stabby, do they?
What would you like?
This. And I can just afford it, basically.
Please stop by again sometime. What would you like? Please
Oh,
stop
sorry.
by again sometime.
Wrong thing. Also wrong thing. Right thing. There we go. Did she? Do you have anything else to say? The injury I caused wasn't too seriously, so I believe the statute of limitations should only be 3 years. Once I'm free, I'm going to head to the surface and go cafe hopping. Just 6 months left. Only half a year. It'll be difficult, but I'll do my best. Oh, she didn't notice man standing in the background. Good, I guess. I wanted to go talk to Mistress. Where do I go to get to her? I'm in the wrong section entirely. She is on the ground floor. She's kind of tucked away in the corner. Is she on the ground floor? There's more than one ground floor here. Oh, hustler guy. There we go.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
Trissy brought back a good number of new girls yesterday. It's going to be a doozy training them all. It might be even harder on the club, at least until they learn to hustle customers themselves. Well, I can tell they're down in their luck. Well, the least I can do is give them a place to earn a living. Okay, and that's it for the Black Lights District. Can't go there. Iron Tower. Ooh, let's go to the cinema first. See if there's something there we haven't seen yet. Oh. Why are we looking at the balloons? Wow, this place seems pretty busy. There seem to be a lot of parents with children here. They must be waiting for the show. That might make it harder to search for a culprit. Should we just start looking for this guy's hiding place? Hiding place. which is hidden. I think we should find the Misty Show's staff first. I know we don't want to alert the police or anything, but we can still give them a heads up. We have to make sure they're ready, just in case we don't get to the culprit in time. Smart thinking. Staff lead is usually placed at the wings of the stage. Let's head there now. Right. What to do? I was not expecting this. Still gonna go to the cinema. And who knows? Maybe there's something there. Anna, hi.
Thank you for your visit.
Okay, time for another back-to-back viewing of The Adventures of Rockford and 3 Point Heat.
Will soon begin.
I've inducted them into my favorites Hall of Fame, right along Golden Blood.
And enjoy the film.
Watching the same movies over and over the way I do means I can get left behind when the topic turns to new releases, though. If you hear crumbling, I'm playing with one of my cats, trying to keep her distracted.
And of how a young band of soldiers managed to survive for 100 days.
Sharkferno's a popular choice, right? Maybe I'll go see that too. Sharkferno is a masterpiece. It should be required viewing for every citizen of Calvert.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
That movie was kick-ass.
Kathy. What in the Sharkferno? I don't believe my eyes. It's the one. The film I've been waiting my entire life to see. The only thing that can feed my hungry soul. Kathy, you so get me. The time has come. The future is now. The golden age of shark movies is here to stay.
And enjoy the film.
You get it, don't you, Mama? The next thing we have to watch is Sharkferno. Oh no. I came back from the restroom only to find my little girl under the spell of sharksploitation.
And of how a young band of soldiers managed to survive.
They say watching it's akin to gazing into a gaping abyss. One that leads to nothing but a future of nothingness. Goddess above, I beg you, deliver my daughter from these temptations, toothy creatures.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Oh, I'm so glad I came in here. Anything else to say, Kathy? Shark movies are everything. The end-all, be-all. Never has the cinematic universe seen a better genre.
Thank you for your
Please,
visit
Kathy,
today.
come back to me. Your poor old mama will never leave you again as long as she lives.
Will soon begin. Please silence your phone.
So it
and enjoy the
starts.
film.
Over here. I'd love to watch Sharkferno again, but that's okay. In normal movie theaters, the less popular films usually don't get much screen time as their blockbuster counterparts, but we make sure to show them all here. Their screenings are either scheduled for early in the morning or late at night. That way they don't conflict with the more popular film scheduling.
Step right up.
We have merchandise for the movie on sale.
Thank you for choosing us today. What do you got?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
This is the only one we haven't seen. 100 Days. War? Oh my gosh. Okay, deep breath. Is this going to be a fictional war or a retelling of the 2 or 3 day war they had with Crossbell and the Empire? Let's see. I can take her. Might be interesting to take a more mature group with us this time. Mature in age only. And in her case, come on, Elaine. Let's see a war movie. Anne decided to let everyone loose so he could watch a movie during his work break. The heck with what's happening with Mishy. This is more important. After inviting some company to tag along with them, they made their way to the theater. No one in the background. They're not doing that this time around. In previous games, they've had somebody that you recognize come sit in the back of the theater, and then you'd have a scene with them afterwards. Oh my gosh, they're doing the 100 Days War. And listen to the music! Wow. I was not expecting this. It's mid-July in 1192, 2 months into what will be eventually known as the 100 Days War. Under siege from the Imperial Army, which boasts overwhelming manpower, the Liberal Kingdom is on the brink of total occupation. Rancel and the Leston Fortress are still holding strong, and soldiers all over the kingdom continue to push back against the Empire. However, the tides of war crash against them. The sight of the battered Ironburg wall surrounding the royal city stands in testament to that. With the wall's multitudes of wounded soldiers, empty cannons, and perforated ramparts, all signs point to its inevitable collapse. Among the remaining soldiers is Private First Class Rid, whose section of the wall is about to give way. Out of supplies and with no word of reinforcements, the soldiers succumb to despair as the Empire's tanks surround them. Then, amidst the hellish backdrop of war, Private Rid catches a glimpse of hope in a moment that would change the very course of history itself.
How can we compete with a military of that size? I guess this really is the end. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry I wasn't a better son. I'm so sorry. What was that? Where did those shots come from? Above!
I apologize for the delay. The cavalry has arrived. You can leave the rest to the mobile task force. Onward to victory and glory. The time has come to win another day for our homeland!
Prepare to commence our final counter-offensive. Make the enemy tremble before the unwavering spirit of the Royal Armed Forces. Relinquish your fears and show them your pride. Victory is assured so long as we continue to press onward.
Are these the voice actors that are going to be in the
reverberated in my ears,
remake?
And as the tide began to turn, I was finally able to make sense of it all. The purpose behind our fighting, and those long bloody battles, was to buy time for this moment.
These airships were developed in secret for three-dimensional maneuvers. Nothing like it's ever been attempted before, but I know it'll work.
Cassius?
However, it will require full support from the infantry. Men, lend yourselves to our cause. For our country, for your homeland. The fate of the kingdom rests on this battle!
Those orders put the fire back into the troops and rekindled a sense of patriotism towards our nation. As I stood there, unaware that I was witnessing a turning point in history, I took my gun in hand and stepped onto the battlefield.
These movies end kind of abruptly, don't they? They don't have a strong conclusion. Oh, Cassius. Actually, he's a general now, is he not? Though I still can't help but think of him as one of my seniors in the guild. He was the commander of the Liberian Royal Army and one of the few bracers to reach S rank. Curious, have you met him? Not yet, unfortunately. Even though he retired after the 100 Days War and took up the Bracer Gauntlet, he joined the military about 7 years ago. I hope I can meet him someday. There's much I can learn from him. This film totally played into the public's perception of Cassius Bright as the Royal Army's master strategist. There's almost nothing in there about him being a Divine Blade of the Eight Leaves School. Random question? Can all you Divine Blade people do that unclouded eye thing? Actually, I think you can learn it without being a Divine Blade, but only those that have attained enlightenment can inherit that title. And those that do so are in tune with all of nature. They can see through the raw essence of things. I guess that's his ace in the hole. Definitely explains why his skills as a commander were off the charts. Oh, great. Now I'm picturing you as a commander of an army. That's a terrifying thought. Ooh, now there's an idea. Except I've never had any interest in being a commander. And then again, it might give me some opportunities to come head-to-head with some tough opponents. Don't go giving her ideas. Yes, we're definitely getting that. No! How much does that cost? Do I not have 100 mirror left? Well, that's good. Can I still buy it? I've seen the movie.
Thank you for your visit today.
There's no place to buy the brochure.
Will soon begin.
Oh.
Please silence your phones and enjoy the film.
We have 220. Wait, how much does it cost? Those brochures are expensive. I am bummed. Oh well. Usually you can buy them as special items at the end. And I've seen that movie, therefore I should be able, I have to remember I've seen it all. Accidentally see it a second time. Okay. Let's go check the new thing over here, and then we'll get on with the Mishi quest. And once we do the Mishi quest, I think that'll be the end of this
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
stream. Let's see.
Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Hey there.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutique.
Nahib has been helping coordinate outfits for a customer who wants to rehaul his entire image. Clearly, consumers are in need of clothing selections that suit their body types and colors that flatter them. But what if R&M also provided accessories and hairstyling to help tie the whole package together? This has the makings of a marvelous business proposal. I'll have to draft something up and submit it to corporate ASAP.
Anything of interest?
You have a gift.
I hope you found everything to your
Okay,
liking.
I need
Anything
to
of
sell
interest?
some stuff. What can I sell? You know something? You really need Tear Bomb.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon
I mean, it's not even a band-aid at this point if you need to use it. There you
I
go.
hope you found everything to your liking. Anything of interest?
Yes, I'll take that, please.
And other various shops.
I hope you found everything to your liking.
Man, stop browsing.
Drop by the
Come on,
Vern
catch
store
up.
if you want to check out the hottest
And
new
no
commodity
chatting up Carmen San Diego
Confirming your
there.
schedule.
I'll take very good care of it.
That's nice. And
Well,
first support just went
if you
up, so
insist.
oh, actually that was a lot. But I don't really connection events, they're gifts. They don't do the connection events in this game. Or haven't yet.
Albert on fire. You won't want to miss it.
Attention everyone, we'll be leaving Treon Mall shortly, so be sure not to forget anything. Our next stop will be the Maserati Hotel in the Seaton District. There you'll be treated to a luxurious buffet at their top-of-the-line restaurant. I joined this guided tour to get a feel for the cultural differences between here and the Central East. Both the Eastern style and Basel style cafes were a treat, to be sure. Perhaps they could consider adding one in the vein of my homeland to round things out.
And other various shops to peruse. Drop by the Vern store if you want to check out the hottest new commodity, the T-phone.
Staff member. This guy looks like the one in charge. Excuse me, you got a moment? There's something we think the Mishi staff should know. Of course. Is there an issue somewhere? Sorry, but we might want to talk about this elsewhere. Alright, was there something I could do for you? We're pretty busy, so if it's not anything important. We're from Orkride Solutions. We just received a job from a concerned citizen. Pam proceeded to explain the details of Rosie's request. Don't worry about finding the person. We'll take care of that part for you. I just wanted you guys to be aware of the situation. You should be prepared in case we slip up. I see. You know, actually, these radical Mishi fans have become quite the topic among our staff, too. We occasionally have some disturbances during our shows with booing and everything. Most of us figured that's who it was. But I never thought they'd go so far. Excuse me, if you've experienced these kinds of disturbances before, why haven't you notified the respective authorities? Well, we certainly considered it. But we were worried they might want to start forcefully removing people or refuse entry. Not only would it paint a bigger target on our back, but it would just ruin the atmosphere at the Mishi show. We figured we could handle it by giving out warnings at the beginning of the performance. If it was me, I'd kick them out faster than they could say wishy with Mishi. You know that slogan, Aaron? Is there a Mishi keychain in your pocket, perhaps? Or are you just happy to see me? Anyway, if what you said is true, we might have to ramp up security after all. I'll talk to the staff right now and have them prepare for the worst. Thanks. That should make our job a little easier. Deep bow. Walks off. Well, that's one task accomplished. What should we do next? Now we start the hunt. I'm pretty sure the culprit is somewhere in the mall. I think I even caught their scent earlier. We should try our best to capture them before the show starts. Scent, huh? Would you perhaps be smelling those two over there? That woman wandering the main corridor has been acting a little strange. She doesn't really look like she's here to watch the show, either. She seems to be handing out some papers. As for the other scent, what about that guy holding out balloons? Handing out balloons. I don't really think he's doing anything weird, though. No, he isn't. But I can't shake the feeling he's still suspicious somehow. Oh, you sure have a knack for this. But you're right. I'm sure one of them is the culprit. Sorry for stealing your thunder. I so am not. Anyway, let's go talk to them and see if we can learn anything. Maybe buy a balloon. Be nice if they gave up as soon as they saw us. Or rather, a lot of us.
Their Eastern tea is quite nice.
Pam, how are you? Please don't walk away from me. I'm back. Thank you. Hey, what are you handing out? Oh, are you interested? Please, take some with you. Let me give you my card as well. Join us in bringing back the true Mishi. I'm trying to gather signatures in support of returning Mishi's old design. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm a huge fan. I visit MWL pretty often, even though it's all the way in Crossbell. Nobody in all the Republic loves Mishi more than I do. No, in all the world. Wow, that's some confidence. Yeah, you sure are passionate about this. Radical might be putting it lightly. Why is she wearing so much perfume? It's really overpowering. The Mishi you see in the Republic is a fraud. He's trampling all over Mishi's good name. Whether it's the new design of the costume, or even what Mishi and Boots movie, none of them are the cat we know and love. The Mishi and Boots movie. Another classic. That one did really shock me. The company's too far focused on making Mira lately, which means they've been neglecting the most important thing of all, Mishi's personality. You know, change a few words and this is a legitimate Disney rant. You know, I kind of understand where you're coming from. I mean, the new design is all right, but there's just something about it that feels a little off. And don't ignore that feeling. You mustn't give in to the new Mishi. I've had over 30 people sign my petition already, and they would all agree with you. I believe those that are supporting the new Mishi are being fooled into doing so. Is that so? Yes. That's why I plan on watching the show happening later. I'll have my eye on them in case there's any funny business going on. My dream is to create an MWL in the Republic, one that's true to form. If you feel as strongly as I do, I implore you to please add your signature to the list. Elaine signs. Well, I'll definitely have to think about it, he says awkwardly. Let's go find the other suspect. Oh, we already chatted to her. It's like, oh, who's that person? Oh, let's go look in the liberal boutique. Maybe they have movie brochures.
Welcome. Oh, yeah, liberal. I'm actually kind of interested in that place. Master really likes it there.
Oh, that reminds me. I think the granddaughter of the Eight Leaves founder belongs to one of the guilds there.
She does. Annalise, right? It's been a while.
It's a cutting-edge piece of orbital technology that's lighting Calvert on
There have been a number of unsettling developments in this country as of late. Things have been peaceful here at the mall, but elsewhere, factions like Hayaway and anti-immigrant groups are creating chaos. Naturally, my principal aim is to expand our market, but I've also been tasked with reporting any major developments in the Republic. I kind of wondered why you were here. Because just opening a store seemed a bit below your pay grade. You'll have to inform Ms. Maybell of the latest news.
All our products are shipped directly from the Burrow.
And I don't have anything near enough money for that. I have 59 Mira. Oh dear.
We'll be looking forward to your next visit.
I may have to suck it up and go to the garden between streams. Okay, wow, where's the other suspicious guy? Is he upstairs? Ah, he's at the top of the stairs overlooking the theater. That is suspicious.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major
Hey
landmarks.
there. You're handing out balloons for the Mishy show? Yes, I am. They were originally supposed to be used to decorate the mall, but I had some extra left over, so I've been giving them out free to guests. That's awfully thoughtful of you. So, does that mean you're one of the Mishy Show's staff members? I guess you could say that. I've only really been hired for a day gig, though. I'm a longtime fan of Mishy, so it's always been my dream to help out with the show. I was so glad I could finally arrange my schedule to take the job today. Do you normally do other work? Yeah, I'm a painter. You know, someone who paints roofs and walls and stuff. Do you have paint in those balloons? I also like working on mechanical stuff as a hobby every now and again. Even made a Mishy Mobile once. A Mishy Mobile? I'm assuming that's a car with pictures of Mishy all over it? Exactly! I even put together some custom parts that look like Mishy's ears and tail. It's actually parked outside the mall right now. Would y'all like to see it? That's amazing! We'll take a look when we get a chance. You said you were a longtime fan, right? Does that mean the design on the car is the old Mishy? Of course. The old Mishy is the true Mishy. The new one's just some fake made by some big stockholders. There's no competition. I just wish people who like the new one would open their eyes. He feels different all of a sudden. I kind of feel threatened. Also, what's that lemon smell coming off of him? One of them's wearing heavy perfume and this one smells like lemon? Sorry, I got a little carried away. I know that the Valis Investment Bank's pretty much the whole reason Mishy was even able to come to the Republic. I'm really grateful for that, at least. Is that so? Thank you. You've really given us some things to think on. I'm thinking it's him. Well, we've talked to our two suspects. Both of them loved the old Mishy, too. I think they were a bit more than your average fans. Yeah, neither of them really seemed like they planned to interfere with the show, though. A man handing out balloons and a woman getting signatures? There's still something I don't get. Yeah, why do they both smell so weird? You're right. I picked up on that as well. Culprit has to be one of them. We might be able to figure it out by process of elimination. Scent? Process of elimination? Yeah. The person who came to interfere with Mishy's show is... I think it's a man handing out balloons. She smelled strongly of perfume. People do put too much perfume on. Lemons? Weird. He's mechanical. I'm thinking those balloons might have paint bombs in them. Most likely the guy with the balloons. Huh? You don't think it's a woman? They both had really strong feelings about the new Mishy. The woman's trying to get rid of the new Mishy by gathering signatures. She even had her own cards made. And if she were to plan something that would interfere with the show, what do you think would happen? If it became known to the public that she was behind it, all her hard work would go up in smoke. Yeah, she's probably just going to keep gathering signatures. When you put it like that, I guess it makes sense. It just leaves the guy with the balloons. Yes, but even without us narrowing it down, there's a reason he stood out. It's fun to see you guys slowly suss out the culprit. I tend to rely on my instincts. They're never wrong. You don't have to be so snide about it. Well, whatever. Let's go find our guy. There's not much time until the show starts. Earned 1 SP. Oh, you're back. You guys want a balloon? The show's about to begin, so I started putting them away. Sorry, but there's something we need to talk to you about. We don't have much time, so I'll keep it short. Fairy, you're up. Roger! What are you doing? I've done nothing wrong. Maybe not yet, but you're certainly planning to. We know all about your little scheme. For example, those balloons. Gasp! Why don't we cut one and see what's inside? Shizuna drew her blade. The balloon burst without a sound, and from the balloon dripped a liquid. Is that paint? You put paint in the balloons? Haha! I was right. Well, well. Isn't this a surprise? He said, unsurprised. I have no idea how that got there. It must have been someone else. Besides, how would something like that disrupt a show anyway? I assume it has something to do with that scent you're giving off. That strong lemon smell? Lemony fresh? The components of citrus fruit have a corrosive effect on rubber. In other words, if you apply a citrus-based juice to the balloon, it would eventually burst. If you look closely enough, some of the balloons have a clasp keeping them shut. Didn't you say something about being good with mechanical stuff? If you made a device that was capable of spraying lemon juice and put it on a timer, you could release the paint right as the show is at its peak, ruining it for everyone. Aaron took a look into the man's pocket. That's probably illegal search and seizure, buddy. What have we here? Some liquid and a few clasps. There's no more talking your way out of this one. Amazing. But you guys are too late. Why don't you take a look at the ceiling? Those balloons have paint in them too? That's right. Sucks that I couldn't get them all up there, but whatever. When the paint falls, it'll be sure to splash everything and everyone in its way. Every fan of the new Mishy deserves to be doused. You idiot! Do you even realize what you're doing? New, old, it doesn't matter. You're not worthy to call yourself a Mishy fan at all. Huh? Hello, everyone. The Mishy show will be starting in just a few minutes. Please gather around the stage and get ready to make a wishy with Mishy. We're out of time. I think we've learned all we can. Barry, keep an eye on him. Understood. But what are you going to do? We'll talk to the staff, gather all the balloons ourselves. The ones on the ceilings take priority. Katra, see if you and Theo can do anything about them. Try not to attack attention from the guests. Yeah, Theo collecting balloons. No one ever looks up. Not a problem. Got it. I should be able to do something with shard search. Theo! Commencing emergency balloon retrieval. Leave it to Theo. All right, let's get going. Make sure the... Oh no, it's a minigame! Are you kidding me? Crud! Oh, crap. I was not expecting this. Okay, descend and ascend. Ah, okay, I was hitting the wrong buttons. Of course I was. Oh, this angle is impossible. I'm never going to do this. This is not doable. I haven't collected one balloon. They messed with the controls, is why I haven't collected one. Well, now I've collected one. Oh, okay. I have to hit X. We're going to have to redo this. They seriously have messed with the controls. Because I'm not moving the way I usually do with the controls. Evil! Goodness, this is not happening, Theo. I apologize. And this is why I usually do mini games off screen. Oh, come on! There we go. That and the fact that it makes me want to say very bad words. I have 44 seconds. Well, I'll do better next time is what I have to say. Are they going to show us the balloons exploding? Oh, must return to Quatra. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is not... There's a lot of these. How much am I supposed to get? Damn it, balloon, come here. There we go. Theo was unable to retrieve all the balloons. Look how many balloons there are. When did I save last? I'm skipping this mini game. I will come back into it on my own time when I can really let loose with the swear games, with swear words. All paint balloons have been retrieved. Those were a lot of paint balloons. Mission completed. Well done, Theo. We managed to get them all in air in too. Looks like we finished just before the show's climax. All right, everyone, let's do it! Make a wishy with Mishy! Make a wishy with Mishy! Sheesh, while we're over here struggling, they're just dancing the time away. Well, I guess I'm glad their fun wasn't ruined. You said it. Following their success, Van and the others proceeded to inform the staff of the recently thwarted scheme. Van then made contact with Rosie to notify her of the resolution of the issue. Oh, she wanted to come with us. She didn't just show up? I don't even want to think about what could have happened without your help. I'm so glad I put out that request. I mean, if I'd gone to the police or the guild, we probably would have just shut the whole show down and called it quits. Seriously, thank you so much for your help. Allow me to offer my thanks as well. I really appreciate everything you've done for us. By the way, you said your name was Rosie, yes? I'd like to cover the request fee for you. Would that be okay? Huh? Well, sure, I guess I don't mind. Fine by me. Couldn't care less who shells out in the end, just as long as they actually do, you know? But before we forget, we still gotta figure out what we want to do with this guy. Haha, I didn't actually think you guys would get to all the balloons in time. Spoiler alert, buddy, we didn't. Guess you're just as good as the rumors say you are, Arkwright Solutions. Hey, can I ask you a question? Why did you want to disrupt the show in the first place? Because I refuse to accept the new Mishi. See, I've been a fan for a long, long time now. I even have a collection of every piece of Mishi merchandise that's ever been sold. That's incredible. So, when I learned that I'd finally be able to see Mishi in the Republic, I was over the moon. Then I found out he was just an imposter. However, I knew for those just discovering Mishi, the fraud would become the real thing to them. So I figured I'd show them. Show them that the Mishi they know and love isn't the real Mishi. They deserve to know. I'm sorry to hear you were disappointed. Can't say I don't see where he's coming from, though. Man, this guy's really digging his heels in. It's what we call a fanatic. If we do actually end up doing this without the authorities, there's a real possibility he'll circle back and plan something even worse in the future. Alright, if we want to stop him from making a comeback, I think we have two options. Either we chew him out or we intimidate him. We'll knock some sense into him. Considering what we've already done to him, I don't think a scolding's going to work. Deep breath. This is not something I would normally choose in a game, but we're going to go with intimidation tactics. Let's just threaten him. That should put a stop to all this. Well, in that case, how about I take the lead? She's reading minds again. Reed can't read minds. He reads people fairly well, but not minds. Would you stop reading my mind? But fine. If you're so confident, let's see what you can do. Can I help you? These Mishi radicals are a pretty big pain in the butt, huh? Think you'll need a hand taking care of them? Lucky for you, where there's controlling information, interrogation, assassination, I can do it all. And no one will even hear a peep. Well, thank you for the offer, but we couldn't possibly... Don't you think that's a little much? Oh, the way I see it, what you were planning was just as bad. See, mascots only have value because of their popularity. Isn't that right? And at the moment, the new Mishi is using that popularity to make a life in the Republic. By sabotaging him and his shows, well, you might as well push the stake into his heart. I knew she's going to bring out the sword. Can you really complain if someone wants to do the same to you? Are you crazy? Okay, maybe I was trying to take his popularity, but we can talk about this, right? Talk, huh? You mean you still got something to say? In my opinion, I think the stunt you just tried to pull speaks for itself. Ah, you're right. I never should have tried to do something like this. Phew, she had me worried for a bit. It looks like he's learned his lesson. So this is where you've all been hiding. No way. It's Mishi! Hey everyone, it's Mishi. I'm so glad to meet you all. Mishi? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be in the... returning to Michelin Wonderland? Sorry, I saw someone who didn't look very happy, so I simply had to come up and see what I could do. Jumping in at a time like this? Impressive. You know, I only just came to the Republic from Michelin Wonderland. There's still a lot of stuff I don't understand about this place. Like, why are my eyebrows so limp here? But that hasn't stopped me from trying to fulfill my dream. That is, my dream of bringing lots of happiness to everyone. Of course. Think it's the humidity, Mishi? I don't know. Michelin Wonderland's by a lake. Probably pretty humid there. And I'm going to keep working at it. Then, someday, I'll even be able to bring some happiness to you. Mishy, I was so wrong. I was so worried over the differences in design. I never even tried to understanding you. But I think I get it now. No matter what he looks like, Mishy's heart and soul will always stay the same. I am so sorry. Thank you for everything, Mishy. Oh, I knew Mishy could solve everything. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit touched myself. That suit's a pretty good actor. Would it kill you to read the room a little? I think we should all have a dream like Mishy's. It would make the world a much nicer place. Yeah, maybe. Then we'd be out of business. But anyway, I think we consider this a case closed. Mishy probably wants to see your cool car, dude. The man who tried interfering with the show made an effort to apologize to each and every staff member. He seemed to deeply regret his actions. Due to his change in attitude, the group was able to handle the incident without involving the authorities. With that, the curtain came to a close on the Mishy misadventure.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Oh, goodness.
Reward deposited.
I'm holding in the laughter so hard I'm actually cheering up a little bit, but it's from repressed laughter. Chaos. I haven't been doing a lot with the chaos, have I? Although I did just get to rank 4. Okay. We are definitely ending here. There was a lot of talking. We saved Mishy. Or did we? I don't know. We saw a movie. And we talked to lots of people, including Bramati and Gambler Jack. We did absolutely zero fighting, but this game, sometimes you do absolutely zero fighting. Sometimes you just are wrestling with balloons and figuring out new controls because your controller suddenly doesn't want to react the way it has been for the entire game. Oh, developers, that was clever and sneaky and really annoying all at the same time. Okay, anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. I certainly did. A couple of times. Most of the time. All of the time. Take care. See you next time.